Bhutan, the land of the peaceful thunder dragon, is situated amidst the giant Himalayan mountains. People in this country live closely with nature, preserving its vibrant tradition and culture. This tiny mountainous country saw the hosting of the 14th International Society of Ethnobiology Congress at Bumthang, the central district of the country. Around 500 participants from 57 countries of 6 continents gathered for the event. The International Society of Ethnobiology, or ISE, is a global, collaborative network consisting of individuals and organizations working to preserve vital links between human society and the natural world. Thus, the theme for the 14th ISE Congress was Chinor Zombuling, One Earth for All. The Congress is held every 2 years across the globe since 1988, and this 14th Congress in Bhutan was organized by the Ugyen Wangchuk Institute for Conservation and Environment in collaboration with the International Society of Ethnobiology during the first week of June 2014. The opening of the Congress was graced by Her Royal Highness Ajachimi Yangzom Wangchuk, the royal patron for Bhutan Ecological Society.
I'm happy to be here to inaugurate the 14th International Congress of Ethnobiology. I would like to welcome you to Bumthang, befitting venue for this event, since our people here still maintain an intimate connection to nature. We live in a time when we are made to believe that technology and material progress will cater to and remedy all ills of society. Across the world, rapid progress is being made in technology and science. Yet, society remains fragmented. Technology and science have no doubt made our lives easier and more comfortable. But technology and science in itself does not hold all the answers. While accompanying my father on many visits to various farms, I remember seeing certain seeds being used while making offerings with butter so that butter would not stick to the hands. And elders in the village could tell that there would be rain based on a barking of a deer. And I remember my mother telling me stories of how she enjoyed helping her grandparents extract oil from mustard seeds. It was a time when we were intimately connected to nature. Today, it seems that these are on the verge of disappearing. Along with modernization and the use of technology, much of their knowledge of traditional societies and beliefs have been lost. We are not as connected to the planet as we used to be. Traditional systems and traditional knowledge sustained us Bhutanese, and I suppose the rest of the world, through much of the past century. Such systems continue to sustain and nurture us today. The perfect example of a success story in Bhutan is the protection of black-necked cranes in Gonpa and Bumthang, where local people respect and protect the bird since their livelihood depends on their existence. I am proud to be part of this wonderful and noble idea of bringing people and cultures together to understand what our parents knew and to safeguard their knowledge. Today, more than ever, we need to come together to address the challenges facing us as individuals, as nations, and as citizens of one planet. It is in this context that I place much value on the International Congress.
After her remarkable speech, Her Royal Highness awarded the 3rd Jigme Singye Wangchuk Outstanding Environmental Stewardship Award to the Forest Protection and Surveillance Unit of the Department of Forests and Park Services. Her Royal Highness also launched the publications produced by the Ugyen Wangchuk Institute for Conservation and Environment. The opening of the Congress also saw the launching of the maiden flight of a conservation drone. This drone shall be used by the Institute for various research activities like mapping the forest, snow cover, and to monitor forest fire impacts. A raven dance was performed by the eldest member of the Mountain Community Initiative Group from the Philippines during the ceremony. The opening ceremony concluded with the offering of prayers for the good wishes and the well-being by the Mountain Community Initiative Group of indigenous people from different countries in their native languages. The prayer has greatly enhanced the collective celebration of the cultural diversity and the sense of connectiveness among the members. As a pre-Congress activity, a Mountain Community Initiative meeting was held in Tongsa Jangbi and Bumthang Ura, involving 25 communities from 9 countries.
And when you eat, if the winter is so cold, you eat the ginger sugar, you warm up your body.
A pre-Congress meeting was also held among the emerging ethnobiologists at the College of Natural Resources in Lebesa.
This photograph represents ethnobiology in its entirety. We have animals, we have plants, we have soil, we have air. The water's there. You just
30 participants, including 5 mentors from 11 countries, attended the meeting.
I get a lot of joy out of the people who are with us on this little journey of 2 days usually.
The pre-Congress was held in order to train future generations on the methods and ethics of research and to establish a sense of global community amongst the emerging ethnobiologists. The participants were invited from different learning and teaching backgrounds to share their experiences and challenges.
The Amis of Taiwan have a very special characteristic, and that's their strict social hierarchy system. At the age of 12, the young people, they enter into a group called the Lamai, and then every 5 years, they start a new kaput or social age group, and each group respects the age group above it, and so on and so forth.
on the second day of the Congress in Bumthang, coinciding with the Social Forestry Day of Bhutan, 2nd June, was celebrated at the Ugyen Wangchuk Institute for Conservation and Environment with Her Royal Highness as the chief guest. Her Royal Highness, accompanied by Dasho Sangye Wangchuk, Sanam Lempo Yishi Dorji, Dasho Peljor J. Dorji, and other dignitaries planted saplings in the premises of the institute. Later, Her Royal Highness also inaugurated the Forestry Expo, consisting of 80 species of plants in the institute. The expo is aimed at disseminating information and awareness on the indigenous ways of using flora and to showcase Bhutan's rich biodiversity to the visitors.
I must have water. You have all this water. You're starving the village below. And the voice came out saying, "Give him none."
The 14th International Society of Ethnobiology Congress witnessed a special session called the Sung Session. The participants shared traditional stories, songs, and indigenous languages during the session.
And a huge mouth big enough to swallow the moose. And it began to reach for Kaluska.
The oral knowledge is believed to be the medium of sharing biocultural knowledge from generation to generation amongst the communities.
We say when people gathered around to tell stories, the spirits will also come. And if the human beings didn't interact and show that they were listening to the stories would be lost. You know, it would go into the zone of the forgetfulness. So every time somebody told a story, some people from the audience had to say, and then what happened? Really? Oh my goodness, you know. So there had to be constant interaction, and that made it really lively.
The local heritage, which became a global.
The session also included scientific presentations on various concurrent issues which involved rethinking and revitalizing strategies. This was said to be possible by using inspiring traditional knowledge to regenerate biocultural ecosystem resilience whilst living closely with nature.
So how lo count them 1 month ko kasim lo 1 year we start lo end lo first month you kasim lo end lo 1 full year.
It can be a community forest. And so those are some of the elements that I think are very much the reflection on how Ali and his community are living Buimbibir. He made the concept, he made the remark that they don't talk about it, they just do it.
So today there are people inside a national park. The challenge is the Namibian government, a lot of scientists, a lot of ecologists are trained in ecology, wildlife, plants, but so the people are the problem. We argue, I say, me representing nobody today, just myself, this is actually the solution. The people are the solution.
The Congress also witnessed related questions on the research materials by the authors were answered. On the 5th day, the participants of the Emerging Ethnobiologist meeting presented a Bhutanese song in dedication to the beauty of Bumthang Valley and the country.
finally, it is time for me to hand over the torch, or the reins, or both, to the incoming president.
As the Congress came to an end, a new president and a vice president, along with new board members, were elected for the Ethnobiology Society.
Thank you all, and especially thank you, Jack, for being president. The networking that is happening there and seeing those young people, I think that's also, we have there people that will contribute immensely to our society. And I hope to help as much as possible and be positive and get this society to move on and still maintain what we have. So thank you all.
My name is Ethnobiology. I'm so happy to be Asia representative today. Ever since I became a member, then I have been attending a student workshop in Montpellier, the Congress in Montpellier, and my recent experience is I have been involved in organizing a student workshop in the College of Natural Resources, Labesa. With this experience, I have come to believe myself that there is a role for me to be part of ISE board.
Dr. Pelger J. Dorji passed on the toka toka to the Deputy Minister of Uganda, who will host the Congress next.
Uganda for the next Congress. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The toka toka is a walking stick of Daryl Posey, the founder of the International Society of Ethnobiology in Brazil in 1988. The toka toka thereafter has been passed from one country to another towards the end of each Congress to commemorate Daryl Posey's efforts in giving birth to the International Society of Ethnobiology.
Because in my country, I'm clan leader, and when you are being enthroned as a clan leader, you are given a stick. Stick is always an instrument of power or authority. And I will end by saying, Sawa Sajja Kabaka Awangale. Long live to the King of Buganda, long live to the King of Bhutan.
The final day of the Congress also witnessed a biocultural festival which was opened by the Special Advisor to the National Environment Commission, Dr. Pelger J. Dorji. The festival also saw a display and sale of arts and crafts from the indigenous communities across Bhutan, Canada, and Taiwan. Short films from different communities were also screened during the day. Yacham, a traditional mass dance of the nomadic people from Merak Sakten in Bhutan, was performed during the closing ceremony. The Congress finally ended with a traditional prayer from the shaman of the Amazonian rainforest, which was unique and a moving contribution at the closing of the 14th International Congress.
Every Congress is very special. We have Congresses around the world in different regions, and they each have a very different feel to them. But I think the Congress here, many participants have told me that it has been a life-transforming experience to have this Congress here in Bhutan in this setting. And so I think Bhutan will stay in the hearts of all participants for many years to come. Everybody has welcomed us into the community, but also I think it's really special that a lot of the core principles within the ISE are mindfulness and respect and learning how to be respectful with our natural environment, and that seems very much inherently part of the Bhutanese way of life, and so I think in that way it's been very special.